expose you for what you really are. Oh yeah, he's definitely a step above the other S ranks. But I can still dodge him. Smiling again? I'm going cross-eyed trying to keep up.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is my beautiful wife, Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 2, Episode 10 of Solo Leveling, We Need a Hero.
Currently, we have all the S ranks in one room and we're about to basically have a free-for-all fight with all of them.
Right.
Any thoughts before we jump in?
It's really great to kind of get a sense of everyone's full skill set without being anxious about them potentially dying.
Which I think they're about to be with all these ants.
But for now, we just get a nice little training spar moment.
Yeah.
Which I love.
But if you're excited for more episodes of Solo Leveling, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms. All right, are we excited for episode 10 of Solo Leveling Season 2?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
The Jinwoo's not participating in this, he's just watching.
Goto's sitting out. Thanks to him, I get to watch some S ranks in action though.
Well,
Oh my god.
Dang.
let's kick
That's
this thing
new.
Yeah, we've never seen him use his powers.
Testing our brute strength.
Bakugo!
Nice and simple.
Yeah.
off. You're about to see size. Does matter.
Holding strong though.
God damn. Having all of this happen at the same time is kind of crazy.
Yeah, free for all is
Speedsters in close
A very unique decision.
yeah.
In case you didn't know, my specialty is ranged attacks.
How would you say it?
Yeah, right?
That's where you're going. Hurry and take him down.
God, he literally just sounds like Bakugo. It's just the exact same voice.
Just checking.
Yeah.
They have reinforced this place with the highest quality of essence stone, right, Chairman Go?
Yes, I'm thinking we may have to reevaluate how sturdy it really is, though.
These guys are the cream of the crop among S-rank hunters. We need to approach this fight like they're not just trying to grab my wrists, but to snap them.
The instant acrylics are really fun.
Yeah.
Atsushi Kumamoto doesn't seem very aggressive for a combat type.
He's a pogo stick man.
Damn it. I'm not cut out for this at all. I just don't have the heart for it.
Is Goto using us, seeing if his hunters are ready to fight the ants?
Wait, was that like a
That's the
fitness
idea.
thing, or like he
I'm here
doesn't
for it.
want to be mean and hurt people?
I'd say he's just scared if I had to guess.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to be a test, huh? Time to see if
Whoa.
you pass
Whoa.
or fail.
I think this guy said he was A rank, not S. This specific dude.
Yeah. Oof.
What a bunch of maniacs. A little A rank like me would get smoked. No way! You're like the very definition of pure grit and plenty tough, too. In terms of physical strength, guess I win.
Whoa.
Would have thought I'd be eating the floor. It's a humbling
Not
first
me.
for me.
I believe you lose.
So is Japan just gonna lose and then they need Jinwoo to level the playing field?
Solo level.
Me over Hunter Cha. You must think I'm the weakest link.
I can't predict her moves.
Oh, we're seeing her fight.
Wow.
Deadly.
My goodness.
It's like a dancer.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Frighteningly accurate.
She's not even using a weapon when she's typically
That's
using a weapon.
holy shit, she's fast.
Here comes guy who's afraid.
Oof, yeah.
Whoa!
See that?
Holy shit!
I lashed out on reflex.
Might have been a little too hard. Whoa!
Oh.
He's got a Hulk feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like he was afraid, but now he's powering up.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Not if their lives aren't endangered, no.
Ooh.
He's fast.
Whoa!
Okay, you guys, this is getting bad.
Okay, Captain Obvious.
Sorry to interrupt you there,
Whoa.
but this doesn't feel like a friendly sparring match anymore.
All right.
It's crazy. He laid out Kumamoto in his berserk state.
You said this one
Berserk is like Hulk, right?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I heard, at least.
Berserk state is like Hulk.
I would say so. Berserk typically is like bloodlusted. Typically, it's kind of the same thing.
Cool.
It's also a heavily loaded term in anime because Berserk is like your favorite manga person's favorite manga is called Berserk.
Oh, gotcha. That's just
It's
a
like-
thing by itself.
Yeah, it's a foundational manga that like it's never even gotten an anime adaptation like fully.
Why, if it's so good?
Because it's so complicated drawing wise that no studio's been able to touch it.
Wow.
Like they try and then every time it's bad.
That's interesting.
And it's beloved. That's the crazy thing.
Hunter Sung, if you're up for a round, Guildmaster Goto would like to challenge you.
Whoa.
Oh,
He wasn't even
okay. He was being very
The
serious.
translation to know that. Good.
Wonder if his
Wanting to try out the skills I got from the Demon's Castle.
Is the thought of facing me funny?
Goto-san, good news.
Light
Hunter
work.
Sung's agreed to spar with you.
Oh,
On
yeah.
one condition, however.
What's that?
He'll only fight if you don't hold back on him, sir.
Oh, okay.
Fine by me.
Okay, so he's still interested in
The
fighting. I
judgment
thought maybe he
draws
might have given it
closer,
up.
and all eyes are on
Yeah.
the hunters. The world is waiting to see if this alliance with Japan will be enough to tip the scales of victory in our favor.
Don't you got work?
I'm off.
Well, don't slack too much. Gotta do our best, just like the hunters out there are doing.
She literally was a hunter.
Yeah.
Wonder how she's ever going to figure back into the story. Is she going to come back as a hunter? I don't know.
Hello. I have questions about the Jeju Raid's defense if you have time.
What's happening now?
Guess our renowned 10th S rank is feeling feisty. He's fixing to go head to head with Goto. Surprised you don't have your handkerchief. The smell of hunters not bothering you?
It's not like I can keep my nose covered while I'm on the battlefield.
And she likes the smell of Jinwoo.
Should we stop this before it starts?
A spellcaster going up against a melee hunter in close combat. Normally I'd say it's a bad idea, but I bet I'm thinking the same thing you are about this matchup. And I'm sure my hopes are just as high. Because if I'm right, Hunter Sung has a rare ability to keep growing stronger.
He's getting,
Oh,
he's
wow.
on the trail.
He's really,
Okay,
I mean,
Whoa! Not even a
all
warning
right. That's
shot.
a little bit of a sucker punch, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that
awfully
was.
nimble. And
Boo.
people think he's a mage. What a joke. I'll expose you for what you really are.
Which is what?
Something
Better
other
than
mage.
you?
A
Okay.
step above the other S
Remember, he
ranks.
said, you're definitely not a mage.
Right.
I think he's basically saying,
I was more
You're-
just talking shit.
he's like classifying the wrong way intentionally to hide his true power.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a step above the other S ranks. But I can still dodge him.
Smiling again?
I'm going cross-eyed trying to keep up.
He's really hanging in there, isn't he? Evading such quick attacks is very impressive.
Whoa.
It's not
Holy
that
shit.
he's hanging in there, though. He's egging him on to test his strength.
This is the Guildmaster. Can't afford to look bad in front of your team.
Yeah.
Getting on my nerves. Change of plans. I'm gonna kill him!
I doubt that.
Huh? Cut him though. That's new.
Is he all right?
Careful with that thing. Someone could have lost an eye.
Is he toying with me by grabbing my hand?
Damn.
He's so cool.
I can only guess what you just said, but grabbing your wrist would end the game. And neither of us want it to be over so soon.
He hasn't even summoned a single shadow person. Hasn't even struck.
No, he's just been dodging.
He's also hidden his inventory, like the fact that he
Yeah.
has video game inventory. Because that breaks the laws of
Both them are
physics.
gonna wind up getting seriously injured.
They're having an aura off.
Yeah.
But his aura last episode, for crying, it went so far down.
Hunter Sung, that's enough.
I'm joking.
Goto-san,
Oh.
This fight's getting out of hand. Let's call it here. While you're both in one piece.
Jinwoo didn't
Tell
throw
your
a single
guildmaster
strike.
This match is over.
Oh, right.
Did I spoil your fun?
No.
You fought the great Ryuji Goto and lived. All he managed to do was nick you once. Good on you.
I got a little more intense than I meant to. But I have a good grasp of everyone's skills now. Sent soldiers in
Shadow.
to fight their shadows too.
Ooh.
Oh. He sent soldiers into their shadows. So we saw when he left a shadow warrior with his sister to defend her, that they kind of just went into her shadow.
And live there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So essentially it's like a mobile soldier. And what that means is now he can teleport to any one of them.
Oh, right, right.
Which is crazy. My thought when they first did that pan down was he was like, now I know their strengths. And I was like, is he gauging if he's going to take them as shadow soldiers?
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too.
But I don't think that was it.
Chairman, go.
Hunter Sung, how can I help you?
So about this Jeju Island raid.
Reiji, you'd be shocked by how good one of these hunters is.
I doubt he compares to the guild master of the drawn sword.
Don't be so sure.
Which one is it?
Sung, Jinwoo. He's the recently reawakened S rank.
Okay, that's strange. I have the list for the raid here.
But his name's not on it.
It's not?
I don't see Hunter Sung. I guess he won't be joining the raid after all.
They need his
it's
ass.
a shame. I'm sure he has his reasons. Either way.
Younger's name is missing too. Either way.
We've got a solid team
They don't
of
really have a
15
healer.
S-rank hunters that are pledged to our cause. This time's going to be different.
Do they have a healer? Like, we haven't seen an S-rank healer. Well, we saw one that he met at a bar, but like, he said he's not coming distinctively.
Yeah.
Yeah, about time. Hey, sweetie, dinner's ready.
Yay!
Your timing's perfect.
Let's eat then.
This is everything.
Yeah.
Just woke up from a 4-year coma.
Oh, Zara.
Which is why
Ridiculous.
I'm not going to Jeju Island.
Yeah. Wants to stay with his mom.
Amazing.
My subjects need food.
Ooh.
There is no prey. They're cannibalizing each other. This won't do. We must
Whoa.
leave the island. I need stronger offspring. More powerful
Who is that?
than any other. Capable of leading my mighty kingdom.
Whoa.
Is that like a super soldier?
Yeah, like the super ant. Whoa.
Yeah.
So an ant capable of leading her power, her like whole group. Whoa.
Whoa.
It's like condensing into a stronger form.
More
Whoa.
intense?
What? No, it was a failed attempt, I guess. Maybe.
No, I think it's good.
Oh. Yeah, it's good. Ooh, that is menacing.
Yeah.
Grow strong, my son, for all of us.
Whoa.
Oh.
So he has crazy aura.
Jesus.
You messed with the wrong S-rank, you stupid beast.
This is a bad call, and you know it.
Every hunter was called to join the defense force, so why shouldn't I?
Well, Miss Han, you're an E rank for one thing.
Yeah, is this the friend of the sister? I don't think you should go.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just defending the coast while the S ranks are gone.
Mm-hmm.
She's coming back.
All right. Okay, yeah, there was kind of like a mass summoning.
I think her name was Juhi.
Tonight we rest. Tomorrow we raid Jeju Island.
Tomorrow, ants.
This is the first fleet.
It does look like a big anthill.
It really does, you're right.
Second fleet here. We've arrived as well. Third fleet has eyes on the island and is now approaching. Fourth fleet is also en route. We anticipate arrival in 5 minutes.
Oh shit! How is it? Well, because Jinwoo can now teleport to them. If they're in trouble, he can just lock
Yeah, worst
in.
case scenario. That's such a great way to keep your people safe.
He is a guaranteed epic entrance. Also,
yeah.
Todoroki.
To beat the ants. No way of knowing for sure until we try.
Wow,
we're
yeah.
stationed here because we're using our smarts to fight these things too. No creepy crawly's gonna crawl past me.
You're inspiring! I'll follow you for the rest of my life, however long that might be!
Are they in love?
Take care
Perhaps.
of things here, Vice Guildmaster.
I'm planning to just space out.
Not a
I'll
good
be on standby.
time for
We're gonna
that.
space out?
Besides, knowing you're on duty puts me at ease. I can go into battle with a clear head.
Please be careful, sir.
Will do.
What? Why the hell is Min Sung stationed up here? Do you know how much he's
Oh,
worth?
the celebrity
Get out,
guy.
getting eaten by ants? Tell him to hide in the back.
Not a good look.
So they have no shot, is what I'm thinking. Without Jinwoo, I think that they got to be setting up that they're going to just horribly
If they
fail,
really
right?
need him.
Made contact.
I mean, theoretically, if they...
The Coastal Guard and the team on Jeju.
You know what the insane thing is, too?
What?
Oh, wait, no, there's a cooldown on the teleport. I thought maybe if he had some on the coast and some at the island, he could just teleport between there a bunch, but no, it's just every so often.
A heartening turnout. So many hunters heard the call to arms and answered without question, including a very surprising yet very welcome addition.
Is this the S-rank healer? Please. Thank God.
Right.
Needed him.
Could have sworn you said you were retired.
Yeah, but then I realized.
He has a
without
book on
healer,
him.
He'd be dead in a matter of seconds.
That's the thing. No healer?
Yeah. Gotta have it.
Without thinking.
Because if I didn't, they'd make a beeline for you and tear you to shreds.
Just as long as they don't know who the healer is, they'll be set.
Yeah, exactly.
Because an S-rank healer, I'm assuming from distance, can just be like, you're fine.
Alpha here. All hunters sound off.
Team Bravo, in position.
Charlie here, in position.
Team Delta, we're ready for action.
A live broadcast?
Yes. Well, mostly.
Terrible
It's a 10-minute
idea.
delay to edit the intense scenes.
Okay.
To edit the
True
intense
honor to be documenting this historic clash for the whole world to see.
Sure.
Maybe take it a little bit more seriously than that.
They always up
You know, when I do think about it, every world war had photographers too, you know?
Yes, but I feel like those individuals
You're not,
realized
like,
that they
hyped
were
to get in there,
risking
yeah.
their life. Exactly.
That makes
like,
sense.
you do it because you're called
hunters have
to, not because
something or
you're
someone to
stoked
protect,
to
they
go
always
do
up their
that.
game.
Yeah.
That said, you do know being behind that lens won't keep you safe.
No, I'll be okay, sir. Though you wouldn't guess
It's a
it, I'm an
magic
A-rank.
camera.
I'm used
Oh, he's
to
A-rank.
throwing hazardous
Okay.
stuff.
All right.
Well then, welcome aboard.
Retracted.
This is probably the first time the public will ever see a raid like this, but it might also be the last. Hell, it had better be. Let's put a proper end to this story.
If we don't pull this off, our whole country could be wiped from the map. More than ever.
With the Mama
We need a
Woken
hero.
and
Yeah,
Jeju
this
Island.
is the kind of like
I just got word.
All Might
realism
saying we need a hero is funny.
Yeah, right?
Let the 4th Jeju Island raid commence. Release your full strength.
Roger.
All right.
The diversionary unit is making its move.
Just diverting them.
This bait is really something else. There go the ants.
Oh my God.
I hate that.
Target our transport.
Please open the hatch.
He's gonna laser beam them.
Yeah.
I wonder how smart they are.
Good question.
It's a great lineup for him.
Yeah.
There are quite a few of these pests.
And he's been thinking about this for a
Brace
long
yourself for
time.
some turbulence.
Yeah.
Like we keep every
I'm gonna
scene we
make
saw
some
him, he was
turbulence.
trying to plan this, like finishing this raid.
Yeah.
It's been a long time, Jeju Island.
Very
But
cool.
I'm back.
All right.
Well, hot damn! That's our ultimate weapon for you. Yes, sirree.
Let's touch down and then make our way into the cave.
Okay. Really thought he might have gotten interrupted on that
Hunter
line.
should be able to
Yeah.
distract the ants for about an hour.
That's, I don't want to jinx it, but that seemed easy.
Take down the queen and get out.
You just gotta get the queen.
Yeah.
It's the moment of truth, everyone. Let's go.
Ready the interference signal. On my mark, activate.
Transmitting now, sir.
Good luck having your minions detect a distress signal now, Your Majesty.
Keep flinching, and you'll wind up dead.
Sick.
Whoa.
We can wait around for them to execute the queen. Wouldn't it be a lot faster if we just killed off all the ants instead?
Maybe.
No.
Let's approach it like Kenzo. He's having a field day.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. If he and I fought, do you think I could take him?
Fire versus ice.
Whoa.
Whoa.
The nest is secure.
Oh.
Let's not waste a single second.
That's smart and
There's a lot
cool.
of tunnels to choose from. The question is, which one of them
Need
is going to lead
Jinwoo.
us to the queen?
He has good perception.
Yeah.
Or he just fired through all of them.
Well, okay.
How about a little warning next time, Jong-in?
He's
We don't
just
have
showing
time
off.
to search them all, and we can't divide and conquer. But if we're after the tunnel that leads the deepest underground, I believe that's the one we want.
Yeah, because the smoke, it went the deepest, the shot. That's interesting. Oh yeah, I was always wondering, does he still have to do his daily training?
Daily quest.
Yeah, he still does.
Kind of eerie how no one's around today. They formed 2 teams of S ranks, and every member is strong. It should be an easy victory.
It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, plot-wise, it can't be.
I think that ant that evolved is going to be a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
Not the big one, but
it's an island.
The sun.
There's nowhere she could go.
The prince.
I found something up this way.
It's an egg chamber.
So the queen's chamber should be close.
Look over there. That egg.
It's huge. If the queen laid that, what kind of thing was inside?
Hey, whatever hatched from that egg isn't what our team came here to kill. Focus on the queen ant. I say that, but it's unsettling. They keep on evolving.
oh, Jinwoo's going to see the live feed and then decide he needs to go.
Yeah. That was born from an egg of this size.
Not good.
Damn bugs. Got munched pretty good.
You want me to patch you up there, buddy? Gotta pay the price, though.
Quit being a screwy brat. Just do it.
Okay, but there's something that I want. And no, it isn't money this time around.
More incoming. Fine.
Okay.
All right, Jinwoo. Whatever you want.
Oh. Oh. Oh, it's the ant. Well.
Oh my god.
Just her head clean off and then a scary ass eye image that almost looks like the red version of Jinwoo's like blue eyes he gets.
Yeah.
God damn.
Whoa.
And that is where we are left for this episode.
Well, that was jarring.
Yeah.
What kind of beast could have such a spine-chilling presence? That's no ordinary ant.
Oh. Oh.
No. I mean, well done.
Yeah, but
wow.
She's gone. I was right about to say, maybe this isn't the time to like bargain and negotiate, considering it's something that requires like 14
like
S
we
ranks.
just need like not to banter right now and focus maybe, but doesn't matter anymore.
Gone, and they also set up how strong that guy is, so I'm assuming he's gonna die too.
Yeah.
Yikes, because here's the interesting thing is that because this ant is probably destined to fight Jinwoo.
Yeah.
If this ant doesn't kill people prior, then he's kind of a fraud because he just was born and hasn't done very much, you know?
Yeah, they have to set him up as like a qualified fighter.
And I think that was the first step in it, and yikes. But that's where we're left for episode 10 of Solo Leveling Season 2. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed that episode and are excited for more episodes coming every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they are all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms, along with episodes of Invincible, Frieren, Hunter x Hunter, and every other show we've ever watched, so make sure to check that out. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our incredible Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions we answer after every episode of any show we watch, join the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. Question 1. Snow asks, how do you think the S ranks will fare against the island without Jinwoo? Do you feel their strategy/synergy is sound?
I think they've severely underestimated how serious of a threat these bugs are, just kind of based on the attitude and vibe of most people going into it. I think they maybe could have stood a chance if they had taken it seriously and went in with a plan, but I don't think this is going to go well, and I think as soon as it starts to go badly, it's going to just...
One thing, do you think they don't have a plan? Because their plan is several squads distract the ants. They put out a signal that allows them not to communicate with each other while the S ranks from Korea or South Korea infiltrate and kill the queen. So that's a plan.
It's a plan. It's a plan with pretty much no contingencies. Once things start to go bad, now what? I think that was not discussed because they so underestimated the bugs.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's the bugs are almost like a metaphor for Jinwoo in a way, where they faced it a while ago and they were formidable and a problem.
Yeah.
So while they can increase in their own power, they just gathered a bunch of other people, but meanwhile, the bugs evolved themselves and are even more of an issue. So like,
stronger.
They're not very good at scaling for things that evolve in a sense because they don't evolve, and that's kind of being
interesting. I saw this TED Talk a while ago that was really, really fascinating, and it was on the way that our language impacts the way that we think, and depending on like the way cultures thought about numbers, it affected the way they like interacted in their day-to-day life. And I feel like the fact that everyone in this universe is like stagnant, like you're at your level and you've been there and you're going to stay there forever, it impacts the way that they think about everything else.
Yeah, and it definitely throws them for a loop when something like this can evolve. Which means you need your own evolving person. Like
yes.
In terms of like how they're gonna fare, like it's fascinating because they strolled in and were pretty handling it even with the newly flying bugs, and it makes me wonder, why was last time so difficult? If they weren't flying last time, they were less evolved, and they didn't have this super special ant. Like, was it just they didn't have a big enough party size? Like, I'm confused on that.
Sheer numbers.
Yeah, but like, because you get what I mean? If they haven't increased in power, why do they get to stroll through now?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go to our second question. Question 2. Big Fuse asks, the S-Class healer decides to join the raid at the last minute. What do you want / expect to see from the first S-Class healer in action? I'm expecting to see some crazy stuff.
I'm thinking distance healing. Like, that's, to be fair, I have literally no idea what I'm talking about in terms of like what's standard for healer class people. But I feel like the implication is that you have to like be there, like touching them.
It's interesting. Typically the more powerful spells are, at least in D&D, which is funny now that we have Freerun solo leveling and Vox Machina all having D&D themed stuff.
Yeah.
But in terms of D&D, like for example, healing word, if I can do that at distance and heal a person.
Okay.
But they get to roll 1d4 die +2, and that's the healing they get, so max 6 healing.
Okay.
But Cure Wounds, same level spell, if I'm touching them and I use that spell, they get to roll a d8 +4, so it's like a ceiling of 12. So essentially, more powerful healing the closer you are, I would say is like the standard.
Yeah.
But when you get high enough level in D&D, which I assume is kind of like being an S rank, you can do a bunch of distance healing in a very powerful way. Like you can kind of override that typical correlation. And I think another thing that healers do that could be really important this time is healers are the ones who also tend to be like, everybody gets +5 strength. Like it's like they will buff people.
They can boost. Okay.
Like they can boost. No, when they have basically, you know how Jinwoo at the beginning of some of his fights recently has been turning all of his people purple? That's him using a healer type ability, I'd say.
Yeah.
And so I'm expecting to see that, and I want to see what that does, like what level he can boost people to. I will say though, if the ants catch wind that he is their healer, he's going to be the most
number
targeted.
one. Yeah.
So that's going to be a problem.
Like, how smart do the ants have to be able to figure out who's the healer? To figure out that there is a healer and then who it is, and then take him out.
I think the queen would be smart enough, because the queen was saying full sentences and didn't sound barbaric.
Yeah.
It was just like, lead my army. Like that's like a thing that's like intelligence. Yeah. So I want to see big buffs on everyone. We saw that a B-class healer was able to like, I think maybe grow back Jinwoo's leg. I think that happened in the first episode. So a S-class, I'm assuming can like...
Could you grow someone's head back? Could that person who just died be revived?
I wonder if there's some cool, because here's the thing, in D&D, there's a spell called Revivify, where if a person just fully is dead, if you get to them within 15 minutes, you can bring them back to life.
Okay.
But you also have to have, I've learned this yesterday in the middle of our game, which was bullshit. You have to have a diamond worth 300 gold in order to cast the spell.
Well,
every other spell, no, it's fine. You just cast it based on time. This
capitalism in D&D.
You're gonna need a diamond in order to bring me back to life, which is like, come on. You can't even use 300 gold. You have to have a diamond. So we're planning a diamond heist next. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like buffs, big healing from a distance, and like potentially allowing them to fight harder, knowing they are not going to incur that much damage overall. All right, let's go to our final question. Nils Hallbauer asks, what kind of threat do you think the newborn special ant will be?
I think he's going to be a massive, massive threat. I think the fact that, like, they saw the, like, incoming swarm, and then all of a sudden this new guy just, like, appears and takes someone's head off is just a precursor of what we're going to see from him. Because, like you said earlier, he has to prove himself as a worthy opponent for Jinwoo. Just
like writing
plot wise, yeah, it wouldn't make sense for him to be the next big opponent when he was literally born yesterday. So yeah, I think he's going to be a massive, massive issue and just built completely different from even the most advanced basic ants we've seen.
I agree, and I wonder if he's going to have microevolution, like if during the fight, like with Jinwoo, he's also going to level up.
Pokemon evolve?
What?
I know that.
Yeah, or just Jinwoo evolve, like kind of how Jinwoo does. Like, I think this is the first instance we've seen of a character that evolved to be stronger, like Jinwoo. And I will say that I think it's pretty guaranteed that Jinwoo is going to be the one to fight this ant somehow. But I will say there was a comment that said, "Oh, why do you think that he put the knights in their shadows?" Clearly, he's their teleportation tokens, essentially. And with that being said, I'm very excited for the next episode. And are you excited for season 2, episode 11 of Solo Leveling?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.